Okay, so Emily, to walk you through this, all right, don't worry so much about this top part. I'll send you the answer key, all right, but down here, I use my periodic table. Na stands for sodium, so I'm going to type in sodium right here, okay? Then the O stands for oxygen, so that's what I put here. Let's see here. Oh. Sorry, I'm using my iPad and I'm not used to it, obviously. Okay. Oh, that's still sodium. That's okay. We'll just hit return and we'll put oxygen here. And then we'll put OH as hydrogen. Okay. So there's my 3 elements. Now, I look at the little subscripts beside them, and none of these have a subscript. So that tells me that I have 1 of each of these. Okay, if there's no subscript, then it's 1. So let me just do it this way. So we're going to make a 1 there, a 1 there. Undo. And a 1 here. And so I have a total of 3 atoms. Okay, so then over here, let me blow it up so I can have better chance of writing. Okay, so again, my element is hydrogen for H. Okay, and then I have nitrogen N. And then I have oxygen O. I'm doing a video, so all right. So from there, now I do have that little subscript, right? So when I look at the subscript, I have 3 oxygens. So everything else is going to be 1 because there's no subscript, but the oxygen has 3, so I put a 3 there. All right. Now where it gets a little bit more tricky is down here. If you look at number 7, I still have the same elements. So when I look at it, I have hydrogen. And then I have carbon, and then I have oxygen. All right, now I have another C, but I already have those written down, so I only write them once. I don't write them twice. And so when I look at this H2 right here and this H2 get added together, so I have 4. And I have a carbon at the beginning and a carbon at the end, so I have a total of 2. And then I have that oxygen in the middle, so I have 1. So there's a total of 7 atoms right there. All right. The other interesting thing is these parentheses that you can see on number 8 right there. So when I look at those parentheses, what that means is that little subscript comes after, says that I have 2 of everything in there. So I end up multiplying. So let me work through it here. I've got magnesium. Right? Mg is magnesium. And then O is oxygen. And then the H is hydrogen. So when I count my atoms, magnesium, there's no subscript, so it's going to be a 1. But that OH, I actually have 2 of them. So I have OH and I have OH. So what I'm really doing is taking and multiplying. 1 times 2 gives me 2 oxygen. 1 times 2 gives me 2 hydrogen. And I point it out that way because I'm going to have a total of 5. But if you look at number 13, for instance, this is the last other example I have, is the Ca is calcium. And then the P is phosphorus. And the O is oxygen. So when I look at it, calcium's outside, so it's going to have 3 because that's what's listed there. Now, for the potassium or for the phosphorus, I have 2 P's because that of this little 2 out here, right? It tells me that I have 2 of everything inside, so I'm going to have 2 P's. Oops, I still have my eraser on. My bad. So I had 3 calcium and I have 2 Ps. And here's where that multiplication comes into play, because I have 2 O4s. So I'm going to multiply that, and that gives me 8 total oxygen. And so I have a total of 13. Hope that helps.